Fracture and its types. Fracture we represent as hashtag this symbol. Fracture is the definition of fracture is the break in the continuity of the cortex or cortex of the bone or bone marrow. We need to diagnose. Diagnostic methods are two methods, that is clinical or radiological. Clinical, by seeing only we have to say that there is a fracture, or radiological through x-rays. Fracture signs. What are the fracture signs? Means there will be normally this joints provide us mobility. These joints provide abnormal mobility. If here there is a break, here also we can move. This abnormal mobility is a sign for a fracture. And crepitus, if bones are rubbing, we will get a cracking sound, that is called crepitus. These are the signs for fracture. We can say that there is a fracture. Most commonly will be tenderness, whether there may be any type of fracture, there will be tenderness, there will be pain. It's a sign felt by the clinician. And the causes for fracture may be trauma, and other non-traumatic causes are also there. Those are stress and pathological fracture. In this video we'll be seeing about the traumatic fracture types and patterns. In upcoming video we'll be seeing non-traumatic types of fracture. This is a long axis of the bone. And the perpendicular fracture perpendicular to the long axis, this fracture is called as transverse fracture. This is due to the tension force which will be pulling this side and this side apart, so there will be transverse fracture. And in case of oblique fracture, there will be less than 30 in transfer, less than 30-degree angle will be with this thing. If it is more than this one side 30-degree and one side more than 90-degree one side and less than 30-degree other side, then it will be oblique. This is because of the compression force. This is oblique. This is a transverse, which will be perpendicular to the long axis of the bone. And in spiral fracture, the force is a twisting force. There will be two fractures in a different plane. That is, in longitudinal plane one fracture is there, and then horizontal transverse plane is also fracture is there. This is called as a spiral fracture. And this is a butterfly shaped fragment, the force responsible for the butterfly is a bending force. Bending force will cause the butterfly fractures. And segmental, two transverse fractures will cause this segmental fracture. It separates its part of the bone from the original bone. It divides the bone into segments. And commutated fracture, it breaks the bone into many pieces. This is the cause for this is a direct trauma. And evolution fracture, this is because of the pull of the tendon. We will be having tendons on the patella also. This pulling force will break the bone, and this is known as evolution fraction fracture. Example, patella fracture is an example for this thing. We will learn about the definition and then a diagnosis, how we will diagnosis, and the causes for traumatic causes, and then patterns in a traumatic fracture. If you find this video helpful, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comment section. Thank you.